What's up? Gee, that's light. It's a lot brighter than the last parking lot. What the fuck is this light? Than the last parking lot chat. Yeah. I was thinking about the price we pay in these human bodies. Like, exacting a price. Most people use that in terms of magic, you know, witches and things, like what you receive back 3 times, tenfold, this and that. Magic exacts a cost. You see that in anything Hollywood. You know, if you don't know a witch or fucking 10, coven style. But I was mostly thinking about the nervous system, and I was thinking about some things that we trade for doing it ourselves. Let's see if I can bring this in to like people terms. Human. Okay, so if you had something happen to you when you were young and that set your nervous system on a particular path, then in the future you'd have to be dealing with that nervous system. You'd go through all the layers of figuring out what the fuck happened, what you need to do in order to like counteract these certain triggers that you have, so that your nervous system doesn't bug out on you. And we don't want our nervous system to bug out on us because it stops us from doing things in our day, interacting with people that we love, etc., etc. There's a toll taken on the nervous system. Now, is almost everything around here plastic? Yeah. And can be changeable? Yeah. However, there is a hardness and a solidity here. Like, we're already human, which means we're already like hardened light. A thought so tightly held together that you are you. I.e., why we'd be so fearful of death or entropy dissolving, not becoming anymore. Get rid of your fucking identity. Like, really, not just a little thought exercise in the journal, but try and get rid of your identity completely and see how see how comfy you are. It's pretty uncomfy to not be, right? To not be formed in a form, geometric shape, a code that contains. So by us being hard light, hardened, we know we can have hardened thoughts, hardened beliefs, all these things, and then it comes out in the body and it expresses in how you look, how you hold yourself. Do you have RBF? And so where I'm going with that, why I'm taking us to Never Never Land, is because everything seems to exact a price. So if something happens to you, going back, something happens to you when you're young, this leaves an imprint on the nervous system, which then leaves an imprint on how you hold the body and like so many other things. So from soft and malleable to it's fairly fixed now. That's dis-ease. Dis-ease comes out as disease in the body, and then it's a thing, and then now all your cells are functioning like that. Like, there is a cascade to everything. There's always an exacting cost. So in this thought, what I'm wondering is there to any degree to which we could ever be done, complete, whole, enlightened, completely washed, completely rebirthed? In order for that to happen, all the actions that you do following the way you felt, the cleanliness you felt in that rebirth you'd have to act them out. But we have patterns that stop us from acting that out. So how many times might you have had like an enlightened moment where you're like, I am never gonna do that fucking thing again. I'm totally good, cured, 100. Only to go and disappoint yourself again. You just follow old patterns. You know, we set it in. They're so set in stone. The price was exacted. And so now we're trying to figure out how to reverse age, essentially. Reverse age everything. Reverse age my thoughts. Rebirth, renew. I happen to be a minor expert on that. 8th house, Scorpio, Libra, Moon, Pluto, Saturn conjunction. It's the end of Libra anyway, depending on if it's sidereal or tropical. Anyway, I'm familiar with death and rebirth, or at least attempting to have it and do it, and always feeling like, fuck that one up. You know, fuck that up. I find all my gems in my fuck ups, and I am so terrified of the fuck ups. It's like I don't want to keep going, but I can't help myself. My body just takes me into random new, my body, my mind, all the things that I do. You know, when you're on that path, when it's just like, why do I constantly need to like pick something apart until it's dead? Shout out to the vulture crew. Whoop whoop. Purifying birds. Anyway, everything exacts a price. So as we go forward in life, and we, after that little rant, sorry about that, as we go forward in life, attempting to adjust some of these things so we don't keep redoing the pattern if we have an undesired result, right? Oh, that's an undesired result. How do I fix that? Well, let me go back to the patterns. So I was thinking about smoking pot. I was thinking about anxiety. I was thinking about pharmaceuticals. I was thinking about some of the things that we do that exacts a cost from us, but so that it doesn't exact a bigger cost from you. Like, oh my gosh, my nervous system is this. Is the vice the cop out? Should it always be maybe yoga or diet or some lifestyle element? Excuse me. Some lifestyle element. You know, like, is it being lazy? If you're like, if I can't go out and talk to people, but pot helps me be able to do that, I'm exacting a cost. It's taking a toll, whatever toll it takes on you in particular, and how it reacts with your body, your mind, your spirit, your karma. Do you make the trade? And is it lazy to make the trade? Maybe. The eye of a needle. Could your nervous system ever fully, now I'm bringing it back into the physical, to the quantifiable realm. Could your nervous system ever fully be completely and 100% reset to where it's like no trigger is a trigger to you, like maybe you are a completely different person? I mean, they've done it through negative, icky ways, right? MK Ultra shit and experiments and things like that, because the human loves to dig and poke, and some of us are a little more sadistic than others. Could it ever really be reset? Through your own means, like working your ass off. I mean, I guess you could. I guess people who went like prison to monk, we see some pretty extreme versions of it. So I suppose it could, but I feel like more of us are perhaps exacting a price to avert a higher price, if that makes sense. know it came back to that, but I'm just staring at this rainbow in my window, in this pattern, this design that was left. And it's interesting. And that's what got me started. I don't know how, but that's what got me started about exacting a price. Well, that, and I came out to have a cigarette. And I thought about fear, and I thought about seeing people, like in my particular case, interactions with people are the things that make me nervous. And yet I have the entrepreneurial spirit and the heart that says somebody's body could feel better if we did the work, if we helped. And it's really fun to like float in the other side with people and like guide a body through a good vibe. I like guiding a body through a good vibe, through movement, dance, like flowiness and stuff like that. Or like energy sessions, hands, setting the grid for the space, letting somebody travel and not feel scared. I like doing that. So with this people thing, it gets weird. Gets a little bit weird. And so I exact a price. And I was thinking about it and how many of us, you know, like individual lights wouldn't shine if we didn't exact maybe a little bit of a cost. Maybe we need to work harder on the nervous systems. Anyway, I'm done.